Hi, it's Miss Akvari in the library, and I have a book that I wanted to talk with you about. It's called I Am Alfonso Jones. It's by Tony Medina. This book is a graphic novel, so the story is told through pictures as well as through dialogue and speech bubbles. There's a lot of the story that's told through the art in this book, and it's really important to pay attention to the art and the drawings to try to infer what's going on. The dialogue doesn't tell us everything. So, reading graphic novels is a really great way to work on your inferencing skills because not everything is there for us in the text. The reason I wanted to talk about I Am Alfonso Jones, this book was written in 2017, but it is very relevant to a lot of the events that we've seen so far in 2020, specifically the fight for racial justice that's going on in our country right now, the events around the Black Lives Matter movement and the different protests that have been happening, because a lot of those events are talked about in this book, even though it was written 3 years ago. In this book, the main character, Alfonso, is a high school student. He has just been selected to play the lead in his class play. They're doing Hamlet, which is a Shakespeare play, but they are going to put kind of a hip hop spin on it, and it's really fun to read about that. Alfonso has a best friend. Her name's Danetta, and they've been friends up to this point, but Alfonso's pretty sure he'd like to be a little bit more than friends. He wants Danetta to be his girlfriend, and so he wants to talk to her about that. And they go shopping for Alfonso to buy a new suit, and while he's out shopping, an off-duty police officer mistakes the clothes hanger that Alfonso has under his clothes as a gun, and Alfonso is shot and killed. And the rest of the book is told in a couple different places or times, I guess you could say. We get to see the family, kind of the aftermath of the shooting of Alfonso, so his family and friends and the grief that they're struggling with and the frustration that they have and the anger they have around what's happened to Alfonso. And then we see Alfonso boarding a train of all things, and talking to other victims of the same type of violence. They're kind of teaching him what it's like to be in the afterlife. So it's a really interesting story. It's very current. It's one of those stories that makes you feel a lot of things. It makes you sad, it makes you frustrated, it makes you angry. But it's a really important book to read, especially if you like graphic novels or if you're interested in racial justice in the United States. So again, I would recommend I Am Alfonso Jones.